What up, guys? Joachim here, along with Jasper, who you just heard meowing at you. He is very upset because I am wearing a black sweater and he wants to shed on it, but I am not letting him. So, anyways, that is not what this video is about. We are here today talking about fasting again from the Orthodox Church, and I've read some articles before from this website, Orthodox Christian Information Center, and it is a very good site. There is a lot of very good information. I'm finding here recently, as I reference things, that I end up finding more things at this website than many others that I've used over the past few years. So this one is the rule of fasting in the Orthodox Church, and I thought it was a good follow-up to a video that I just recorded last night and haven't even posted yet. But this one covers things. It's by Father Seraphim Rose, and I think he just sums up. It's a little shorter than the one I made yesterday. I went over a lot of historical things and ended up, I don't even think I really got into the exact details of fasting as much as I did the historical nature of the development of fasting in Orthodox Christianity in the early church. So this one will, I think, kind of give some very simple, basic things that is very important. So I'm just going to read it out. You guys can listen along or follow along on the screen if you want, either way. In answer to numerous requests from readers, the rule of fasting is given for each day of the year. Where no indication of fast is given, and during fast-free weeks, all foods may be eaten, except during Cheese Fair week, when meat alone is forbidden every day. Where fast day is indicated alone, the fast is a strict one, with no meat, eggs, dairy products, fish, wine, or oil to be eaten. Where underneath fast day is indicated, wine and oil allowed, the fast is relaxed for the sake of a feast day or vigil, to allow eating of those foods. Where fish, wine, and oil allowed is indicated, then all three of these foods may be eaten. The rule of fasting, which is dependent on the church's cycle of feast and fast, is contained in the church's typicon, chiefly in chapters 32 and 33, and is repeated in the appropriate places of the divine service books, the Minia and the Triodion. In general, fast days for Orthodox Christians are all Wednesdays and Fridays throughout the year, except for fast-free periods. The four canonical fast periods of Great Lent, Nativity Fast, Apostles' Fast, and Mission Fast, and a few special days, the Exaltation of the Cross, September 14th, and the Beheading of the Forerunner, August 29th, which, even though they are feast days, are also fast days with wine and oil allowed, for the sake of the events commemorated thereon. There are some local variations in the allowances of wine and oil and sometimes fish, and so the indications in the present calendar cannot be uniformly applied everywhere. In particular, on the celebrations of the patronal feast of a parish or monastery, fish is generally allowed. And when a saint is honored with a service of sung doxology or palielos rank, wine and oil are allowed. In the Russian Church, on the feast days of the more renowned Russian saints, such as Saint Sergius of Redoneza and Saint Seraphim of Sarov, and of the wonder-working icons of the Mother of God, such as Kazan and Vladimir icons, of course, wine and oil are allowed, except during Great Lent. Although this is not mentioned in the present calendar because the Typicon leaves this to local practice, indicating only the fast and allowances that are of general application. The meaning of the Typicon and its allowances is simple. The more one labors for the glorification of a saint or feast, the more consolation one is allowed in food. For one who has become accustomed to the Orthodox fast, the allowance of oil on food or fried foods together with a little wine is indeed a consolation, as well as a source of physical strength, where the Typicon itself indicates two variant practices, as for a few of the weekdays of Great Lent. The present calendar follows the Typicon's preferred practice. While most Orthodox Christians are perhaps aware of the general rule of fasting for Great Lent and the Dormition fast, wine and oil allowed only on Saturdays and Sundays, except for a few feast days and vigils. Many are probably not familiar with the precise rule governing the less severe fast of the Nativity and the Apostles' fast. Therefore, we will quote this rule from chapter 33 of the Typicon. It should be noted that in the fast of the Holy Apostles and the Nativity of Christ, on Tuesday and Thursday we do not eat fish, but only oil and wine. On Monday, Wednesday, and Friday we eat neither oil nor wine. On Saturday and Sunday we eat fish. If there occurs on Tuesday or Thursday a saint who has a doxology, we eat fish. If on Monday, the same. But if on Wednesday or Friday we allow only oil and wine, if it be a saint who has a vigil on Wednesday or Friday, or the saint whose temple it is, we allow oil and wine and fish. But from the 20th of December until the 25th, even if it be Saturday or Sunday, we do not allow fish. In these two fasts, the fast for laymen is the same as that of many Orthodox monasteries, where Monday throughout the year is kept as a fast day in honor of the fleshless ones, the angels. This rule of fasting, to be sure, is not intended to be a straitjacket for Orthodox believers, nor a source of Pharisaical pride for anyone who keeps the letter of the Church's law. It is rather the rule, the standard, against which each is to measure his own practice, and towards which one must always strive, according to one's strength and circumstances. Wherever, for sickness or any other reason, one falls short of the rule, he applies to himself the spiritual medicine of self-reproach, and strives to enter the more fully into the spirit and discipline of fasting, which is indeed of great spiritual benefit to those who sincerely strive to follow it. Higher mark, Seraphim, Rose. So I hope you guys found that informative and continue to search out, read some of these articles. I find them very helpful, so I guess I assume that most people will. The website again is orthodoxinfo.com, and it's Orthodox Christian Information Center is the name of the site. So there are many more articles which you can see. This is on living an Orthodox life. I have open and highlighted there. And you can see different aspects of the Orthodox way of life, marriage and family, worship, prayer, fasting, confession, and miscellaneous articles, which, there's quite a few. As you can see as I kind of go down through there. And if you have questions about the Orthodox Church, or you're an Orthodox Christian, have kind of wondered, why do we do this? Then I think this often helps in a lot of those things. So you guys take it easy, and I will talk to you very soon.